It's coffee time!
Good morning guys, happy Saturday. I decided to spontaneously do a reading vlog this weekend because I have so much reading to catch up with. It is insanity, and I figured if I make a vlog, maybe, you know, I will motivate myself to read more this weekend and tell you a little bit about the things that I am reading this weekend. So it's just gonna be a general vlog of me trying to catch up with my reading. So yesterday I went to bed really late because YouTube would not finish processing my video struggles. So it is currently 8 a.m. It's a little bit later than I wanted to leave the house, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go get groceries done, and then we're gonna go hit the gym because it is leg day and you just don't skip leg day. So I'll be taking my rest day from the gym tomorrow, but today we do have to hit those legs. So you guys, we're back from the gym and doing all of the groceries and errands that I had to run. So now it is time to have breakfast. We have here all of my coffee. Finally. And I am about to catch up with some YouTube, and after that I'm gonna have a phone call with my parents, like a video call. We do that as much as we can so that we can still see each other, and when we're finished all of that business, we're ready to read. Since this month I'm also doing the 70s reading challenge hosted by John over of Books of Blood. I have started listening to an audiobook, and that is the one that is going to fit the challenge to read a book about a real hunting. Now the book is called The Horrors of Fox Hollow Farm, and it is based on a true story that happened in America, and it's a true story. It's a true crime story that I was not aware of. So I'm really intrigued to discover what actually happened. But apparently after some really gruesome murders, the place, this farm, is supposed to be hunted. And the book is written by two authors. One of them is a works at a hospital or asylum, and he's also kind of like a paranormal investigator on the side. And the other one, I think he said he was a car dealer but also does autopsies, and I was like, bizarre, weird, we love this. So yeah, I'm really intrigued. I'm just, you know, I haven't really listened to much, but what I have listened so far, I really like the way that the book is written. But anyways, we're going now to get a little bit productive, talk to my parents, and then we'll get to some books. Alright guys, so like I've mentioned, I'm really behind on my reading. I don't know what happened. I think it's since I did not structure my reading so much, and I didn't really plan how many books per week and how many pages, which might sound a little bit too extreme planning, but it actually worked for me better than kind of just reading when I'm in the mood. So I think I'm gonna try to go back to that more structured reading because it seems to work for me. So there is many books that I want to read in the month of September and catch up with a lot of things. So my aim today is to start several books so that I push myself to finish it throughout the week, and then I will have a couple more books read in the month of September. So I did start reading Billy Summers by Stephen King, so I will read a little bit of this one during the weekend, but I also want to start other books to push myself to finish them this coming week. One of them is Chasing the Boogeyman, because I've been dying to dive into this one and learn all about the true crime story that this book is around. And then I want to read two of the books that I have put myself for the 70s reading challenge, one of them being The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. I'm really excited / scared to go into this one to see if I really love it. I might try to make a movie versus book video because, like I've mentioned, I love the movie. And I also want to see if I can start the other, which is about twins, and one of them apparently is a little bit evil. We shall see, but I've heard only good things about this one, so I'm also excited. I know it's challenging to pick these 4 books for a weekend, but again, it's only starting them, and then I aim to finish them in the course of the week. But if I start them, I will feel the pressure of finishing them, and I think that's actually what works for me, to start several books at the same time and then just get through them. So we're gonna do that today. We're gonna be reading from all of these, and also tomorrow that I have the day off, also no gym, so we're gonna dedicate the weekend to some reading. Well, I have an update for you guys. I've just been cleaning and after my reading, and it's time now to have lunch and watch a horror movie. But let me quickly update you. So when it comes to Billy Summers, I'm in page 52. Really enjoying it so far. Nothing extremely interesting has happened. It's more still character building, and we're just getting to know Billy and kind of this new opportunity that he has to make a lot of money and then retire. But of course, with the job there's always risks, and I like that he's being a little bit cocky because he's gotten away with murder many times before. So I'm hoping that something goes wrong. I guess that's what's gonna happen, and then he's gonna be in real trouble. So enjoying this one. And then I started reading Chasing the Boogeyman, and I have to let you know, guys, I'm really enjoying it, but it is a very slow pace at the beginning. There is a lot of time spent on descriptions, and we're kind of going through the background of the small town where everything happened, and Richard's childhood there. So it is kind of, it feels a little bit like a biography at the moment. So it is a little bit more slow paced than I kind of expected at the beginning. But nevertheless, I'm enjoying the story, and we are in page 35. So now we're gonna take a break for lunch and a movie, and I'm gonna be watching You Might Be the Killer, which is a horror comedy. Not something I always love, but I've had this one on my list for a little while because I do like the actors in it, and it's just a fun slasher, so perfect for when you want to have food. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday. I'm still in my PJs and I just woke up, and I decided it's time for coffee and to get productive today. As you can see, Blakey is here on my kitchen. Normally they're not allowed up here, but you know, he is old, he's sometimes sick, and I just feel bad denying him of his spot. He changes spot like every couple of days, so it's just a phase for now. But yeah, I just don't have the heart to tell him he can't be here right now. So yeah, but don't worry, this plate doesn't go on automatically, so he cannot hurt himself at all. That's why I let him be here, because I know he cannot get hurt. So we're gonna make coffee and start our reading day. Today I'm hoping to have more time for reading. Last night I did keep on reading from Billy Summers by Stephen King. I'm in page 120 at the moment, and what I'm really enjoying about the book is that we are starting to really get to know Billy, his past, and what has kind of shaped him into the man that he is now. And probably we're getting a lot of explanation on his trauma and how he became probably, you know, a killer for the hire. We're kind of exploring the trauma of his childhood, so it's kind of like a coming of age story integrated into the thriller. It's really interesting because this new book by Stephen King feels a little bit different from his other books. So I'm still unsure if I'm gonna extremely love it or what's gonna happen. I had a similar experience with The Outsider, because it started as one thing and then it shifted into another, but I really ended up loving The Outsider. So we shall see. I have not listened to any reviews of Billy Summers yet because I want to first read the book. And the other book that I kept on reading last night was Chasing the Boogeyman. For this one, I gotta tell you, after that kind of slow burning start with a little bit more of a feeling of a memoir, now it has been catching up and we have been exploring some of the cases, you know, the first victims. We're going chronologically to see what happened in that town, how the investigation took place, and he's also incorporating some pictures of the scenes of the girls and everything, so that you get an idea of the whole investigation. And I'm really enjoying that as a fan of true crime stories. So far I'm really enjoying that one as well, so that's good. And I'm in page 106 on Chasing the Boogeyman, so I felt like today we would keep on reading those two, but I'm going to try to add more books because I think this is the right way for me to get back on track with my reading. Now it's time for coffee and breakfast, and after that we will keep on reading. Just look at this guy. How can I interrupt his sleeping? By the way, guys, some people have asked me about his blood results. They were all good, so he's doing fine. It's just he's old, he has his problems and his medications, so we have to always check on him. But all the blood results were really good, so I'm really happy about that. He also needs to put on a little bit of weight, so we shall see, but so far he's doing fine. Yeah, what's happening? Such a distraction, you know, guys. This is the reason why I don't read. What's happening, honey? Yeah. So we had breakfast and we catch up with some YouTube comments, and now it's time to get to some reading. I decided I'm gonna do some what I call speed reading, like some kind of reading sprints for myself. So I'm gonna be reading from each book around 20 to 30 minutes, just to get into the groove today of reading. I have a lot of things to do because, as most of you guys know, we are about to get a house. Hopefully we're gonna get a house right now, which means the moving is gonna come way too quickly, a lot faster than I expected, and I'm already stressing out about packing all my shit, about moving all my shit, and obviously about all of the things that I need to do when it comes to, you know, canceling contracts, opening new accounts over there in the Netherlands and stuff. So my mind is really focused on all the things that I have to do also for the move, and I think that also interrupts my reading sometimes. So I'm just gonna do some quick reading sprints, and I'm gonna do it for the 4 books that I showed you yesterday. So we're going to do some reading sprints now from all 4 books. I'm going to dive into The Other and into The Exorcist finally, and I'll let you guys know my first impressions on those as well. What's happening, honey? Are you being cute for the people? Look at all your hair, just cleaned yesterday, ma'am. okay, hon? It's too hot to be in there. Hmm? Good night. Update, you guys, it is 5 p.m. and I've been reading a little bit from each book. So when it comes to Billy Summers, still enjoying it. I'm kind of weirdly enough more interested in Billy Summers' like past life than what's happening at the moment, but I am expecting something to happen that it's gonna, you know, really get me extremely hooked on the present. I just feel like there's something coming. I still don't know what it is, which is also interesting because I'm not able to predict yet what's gonna happen. Of course I have ideas, but I'm just really in suspense when it comes to the present, but I'm really enjoying the backstory. So when it comes to Chasing the Boogeyman, loving this book so much at the moment. It is kind of like reading a true crime documentary, but also part memoir, so it's really exciting for me. I know this is not just true crime. I know there is also some horror fiction in it, so some things are not true, so it's kind of mixed, but I'm loving it so much so far. Then I started reading The Other by Thomas Tryon, and this one is my least favorite one at the moment. I don't know why, but it has not really got me hooked. I've only read about like 25 pages, so it's still the very beginning, but it's also a little bit more dry when it comes to the writing, so I don't know, but I'm not gonna give up on the book just yet. We're gonna keep going. And then The Exorcist. I finally started this book and I was scared going into it because I thought maybe this one's also gonna have some kind of older, drier writing style that is not gonna vibe with me, but it is so not the case. The pacing is really good in this one. It is really fast paced, it is entertaining. We're getting to know Chris and her career as an actress, and we're also starting to see little things about Regan that are kind of weird behavior, but it's still all moderate. I'm in page 52. Like in 20 minutes I read 50 pages. That's how fast-paced this book is, and engaging. I love the writing style. I'm really vibing with the book, which I'm so happy about. So at the moment we follow Chris and her daughter Regan, and apparently there's weird sounds that come out of Regan's room. The mother thinks maybe there's rats in the attic or something else might be happening, but Regan has been sleeping with her mom because she says that there's things in her room. I don't know, it's really engaging at the moment, so I am just hoping that this one's gonna be as good as the movie was for me. So I hope it keeps being fast-paced and I hope I keep loving it. And since it's already, like I said, 5 p.m. and I didn't go to the gym today because it was my rest day, I think I'm gonna go for a walk and I am going to listen to the audiobook of The Horrors of Fox Hollow Farm. There's something about that title that I get confused every time I try to say it out loud, but we're gonna go for a long walk, listen to the audiobook, enjoy the sun, because I don't know how many days of sun and summer are left here in Germany. So we're gonna go and do that today. And as you saw, I did some lunch and I watched the German movie Prey. It's a Netflix exclusive. It's an interesting thriller, nothing new, nothing I have not seen before, but it's good for a one-time watch and it's under 90 minutes. So if you're looking for something interesting to watch, maybe you want to check it out. And now let's go have a walk. Good morning, guys. It is Monday morning and I just wanted to quickly wrap up this weekend reading vlog. A little bit random, but I hope that you enjoyed. So here are the books that I started this weekend, and as you can see, maybe you can tell that Chasing the Boogeyman has the dust jacket back on, which means I finished it. It's the book that I was more engaged with, I think, because this felt like a little bit like I'll Be Gone in the Dark when it comes to kind of telling a true crime story, even though this one has a lot of fiction in it. But if you love true crime stories and you don't mind it to be a little bit more slow paced and being more of a memoir at times, I think you're really gonna have a good time with this one. It includes interviews, it includes pictures, and yeah, if you enjoyed I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara, I think you will enjoy this one as well. But I'll give you all my final thoughts on my monthly wrap-up. Then I kept reading from Billy Summers, still really enjoying it. I'm starting to feel like something's gonna go down really soon, so I am praying for that twist to happen. When it comes to the other, I haven't read much. Like I said, it has not captivated me much yet. But I'm not giving up on the book. I don't like giving up until I'm nearly 50% into the book. Then I feel like I can already value a little bit more if it's gonna be for me or not. So we're gonna keep reading that one. And The Exorcist, loving it much more than I expected. It's really fast-paced, entertaining, really having a good time with that one. So yeah, this is what I managed to read a little bit during this weekend, and hopefully I will be able to finish this ones during the week. So hopefully I'll be back a little bit on track with my reading for the month of September. I hope that you enjoyed my random reading vlog. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you all guys either in my next vlog or in my next coffee time. Bye.